Welcome and thanks for joining me. You're listening to Adam Yurchick recording for TCGplayer.com. I just hopped into the draft queue. We're here drafting a Flashback triple Shards of Alara draft on Magic Online. So we're going to get into it. Salvage Titan is our rare. You can sacrifice artifacts to get it back from the graveyard. It's powerful, but it's obviously narrow. It's best in a deck with tons of artifacts. Angelic Benediction, great in an aggressive deck. It's exalted, and it taps a blocker. And then we have some nice spells in Grixis Charm and Kiss of Amisha. Grixis Charm is just bounce or removal, and Kiss of Amisha is value. Grixis Charm can also pump the team. Then we have Blightning for value, and Magma Spray as removal. And I really like Magma Spray. It's great in all sorts of decks. It's efficient. I think I'm just going to pick up that, add it to my stack. So here we have Jund Charm and Esper Charm. Some more nice spells, and then another rare that's pretty narrow. So I like taking a red card here. There's plenty of options. Scourge Devil as well. But I think Jund Charm is what stands out to me. Dealing 2 damage to each creature is quite nice. It's good against lots of decks in the format, and putting counters on a creature as a trick is great as well. So that comes in handy. And then also it can remove Grixis Graveyard, get rid of their unearthed creatures. Esper Charm's nice, but because I started with Magma Spray, I'd rather just take the red card here. Well, this is great. Sprouting Thrynax. Started out with 2 Jund cards, and we're getting an excellent Jund card, so I'm going to take that. There is Hissing Iguanar, which is excellent, and I could consider taking that if the Thrynax wasn't there, but there's also Corpse Connoisseur, which is a nice way to get value as well with unearthed creatures, like Viscera Dragger, or like searching up a Vithian Stinger and shooting something down, but I'll take the Thrynax here and be really happy about it. So there's some options here. There's Bone Splinters, which is pretty good removal when you have a sprouting Thrynax. There's also a Jungle Shrine, though, which is fixing for red and green and can help me splash white. And I'm not going to let that get away. Bone Splinters can be effective, but it's not always good, and I might be able to get more of them, but you can never get enough Jungle Shrine or fixing, so I'll take that. Pretty good card in Rock Slide Elemental. Whenever another creature dies, it gets a counter, so if I sacrifice something or destroy another creature of theirs, it gets bigger, so I think it's the pick for me. There's Grixis Battle Mage, which is not a bad card. If I can splash blue, then I could use its looting ability. Making a creature not block is not going to be super exciting. Obelisk of Jund as well, Raidclaw Gargantuan. I could think about white cards now that I have a Jungle Shrine, but I'm going to take the Elemental here. It's early, so I can even build around it a little bit. So this pack is obviously great. 6 pick, and it has 2 cards, which I would happily first pick. Bull Ceridon and Token Ascetic. Token Ascetic's great in Exalted deck. It's good in green decks. Certainly could be good in Jund, but Bull Ceridon is crazy. It's one of the most powerful cards in the format, one of the best uncommons. I have nothing but fond memories of it, and I already have a Jungle Shrine, so I think I'd be crazy to let that go. I'm orienting towards a slower control deck. Jund is good at that, and Bull Ceridon is right on plan. So wow, this draft's going quite well. There's Exuberant Firestoker, another red card late into the pack, but I'm not sure it's what I want. It's certainly good with Bull Ceridon, but not good with Jund Charm or generally the Jund strategy. Whereas Blister Beetle can be a removal spell and a source of value, kill cards like Exuberant Firestoker. I think that's the pick. Alternatively, I could take Dregscape Zombie as an aggressive threat that could come back with an Earth. There's also an Obelisk, and the Undead Leotao. I think it's between the Beetle and the Zombie, and we're going to take the Beetle because I like what it can do, but the Dregscape Zombie might have been the better pick there. Might have more upside. I could see that being favorable, but with the Rock Slide Elemental and stuff, maybe the Beetle will work out. Resounding Roar, not really what I'm interested in, but I think it's the best option. Viashino Skeleton, I'm not too excited about. And the deck could definitely take an aggressive turn. And, I could actually cycle it too with white, so that's the pick. Hey, Kiss of Amisha came around. Splashing white and blue is a possibility. A card's great value. 5 color controls a deck I like to be in. Blood Pair Elemental is really wonky sort of creature removal. That card's always playable. And then there's God Toucher, which is good in Naya, but don't think I want it. Cathar's Creature, nice blue card. Yeah, I'll take the Kiss and maybe put that to use. Wow, Naya Panorama coming around late. Fixing for the stack. Perfect. Marble Chalice for the board. Ridge Renette. Could play that. Volcanic Submersion for the board. And then we round out the pack. So let's see what we can open up. Very nice. Violent Ultimatum. It's slow, it's expensive, but it wins the game. If I am in solid Jund, that card is going to be quite good. There's also a second Jund Charm. The fact that I have one means that Jund Charm is not super desirable. Branching Bolt and Oblivion Ring, and even Blood Cultist would be more desirable. I think the Cultist could be good. Branching Bolt might be the safest pick. Oblivion Ring would be a slight stretch, but I'm going to play white with the Ceradon anyways, and Oblivion Ring's good. But I don't think I want to let Violent Ultimatum get away from me. Ultimatums are great in this sort of deck, and it's just so powerful. And when am I going to get to cast this? So I'll take that. Ooze Garden's good in Jund. It's good with unearthed creatures in particular. I think Carrion Thresh is the pick for me. I have some nice cards to reanimate, and its value, and it is a nice point in my curve. Maybe Ooze Garden comes back, or that Jund Panorama. There's also Executioner's Capsule. Actually, maybe I should take that. In fact, I should take that. Carrion Thresh is nice, but maybe that actually could come around. Or I could get one. The capsule's just awesome. Yeah, I should take the capsule. That's going in there. I want to slow the game down, play control, win with Ultimatum, so that's the pick. Thunder Thresh Elder, it's good in Jund. Though I'm looking to be a bit more controlling. I could take Esper Battle Mage. To be honest, I don't want to stretch my mana if I don't have to because of the Ultimatum. Should probably keep splashing to a minimum. I would like an Obelisk of Naya at some point. Jund Panorama would be a better pick. I think, though, the Thunder Thresh Elder could be good. It's generally good. Sacrifice stuff like Blister Beetle. And I can make it work. So I'll take that and then possibly use it. I don't think passing the Jund Panorama is a huge cost, but that might have been a mistake. Branching Bolt and Executioner's Capsule. So I think I just take the second capsule. But the Branching Bolt has potential to be a 2-for-1 against flyers. There's a reasonable amount of them in the draft. And I already have one capsule. And with the shards, there's black creatures around. I think maybe the Branching Bolt is the pick. I'll take that. Here I have to pick between Hissing Iguanar and Scavenger Drake. Or even Resounding Silence. I think the Drake is right on curve and goes well with the Rock Slide. I'm going to take that. It also actually goes well with Violent Ultimatum. Obelisk of John, that gets me towards the Ultimatum. None of the other cards are too relevant, so I'll take the Obelisk. And none of these are going to make the cut. So I'll just take the Exalted Creature out. Could have also taken the Cillian Elf, but I really don't want to play that. So I'll just take the Blightning here, get some value. Jund Charm comes around. I think that's better than the Panorama and the Obelisk. Let's take the Kiss out for now. Don't think that's going to be in there. Do I need the second Jund Charm? Could be pretty useful, so I'll just take that. And there's Ooze Garden, which my deck really can't put to use. But we'll see what the third pack brings. I'll take Resounding Roar out. Hopefully don't play that. And I'll take the Exalted Creature out of the draft. Take the Cycler. Unplayables. Second Salvage Titan. Soul's Fire. Grixis Charm. To potentially splash with the Kiss of Amisha. With only 7 creatures for Soul's Fire, it's probably not too useful. So I'll take the Grixis Charm. Godsire is a great win condition. And wouldn't be too hard on the mana. Or I could take Carrion Thrash. Which will be good more often, but less impactful. My deck could have a problem winning the game. The Thrash doesn't have a lot of targets. I'll actually take the Godsire. And Elvish Visionary, that's a nice filler, but I think Obelisk of Naya is exactly what we're looking for. Take that. Obelisk of Jund. Another Obelisk. I'd like a few in the deck, and it's more fixing. Jund Battle Mage, though, is quite good, but it's weak with our 2 Jund Charm. But I'll take the Battle Mage because it's a good way to win the game. And the Panorama. Black and red fixing. Take the Thoktar. Buy a Panorama, that's perfect. Another Thunder Thresh Elder. I think the first one we shouldn't have taken at all. We're not going to even play it. But we'll take the Obelisk here, that's great. We'll play the Thoktar. Dread Reaver. Might have to play it. Hey, the Carrion Thrash came around. I think that's better than the Iguanar, so we'll take that. Vicious Shadow is no good. And then we'll run 22. So this is the deck right here. Obelisk. Could use that and 17. Actually, we'll cut the Reaver and do 18 and the Obelisks. That sounds perfect. So we got the Godsire. And we're going to ramp into that. Lay sacrifice to the Godsire that it may spare us, but save some for his progeny who will also hunger. And Violent Ultimatum. Words are a waste of time. Destruction is a language everyone understands. So with those 2 cards, we should be able to beat our opponents, anything they throw at us. We got some sweepers, some target removal, some discard, and some creatures that go well with that, and also Jund Battle Mage. It's going to make a nice army. So, add some lands and submit this. We'll only need 1 plains. Oh, there's Grixis Charm in there. We're not going to use that. Almost could. So I'll use Dread Reaver for the last card because it survives the Gen Charms. 1 plains. So it's pretty balanced. And then I have the ultimatum as well. So I'll balance the mana a little more black and red. So I can cut them out in here. 8 red sources. 6 black. So that's 6, 7. And 6 green. And also the obelisk of Naya, so there's 1 less black there. So I should add a green. Cut a mountain. 7 red. 7 green. 7 black. So I'll do that. Alright, so I'll submit this. Thank you for watching, and please join me for round 1.